In conversation with the Deputy President, Paul Mashatile. And the first part of the program, as we've now just received it, in fact, has been completed. That's part one there at home. The cortege is now making its way to the Siyabonga Sangweni Sports Complex. And Sophie, as I bring you in here, looking at this particular program, you're looking at the welcoming remarks by the Premier of KwaZulu-Natal, as well as the tribute by the Buthelezi family. It will be delivered by Dr. Sfiso Buthelezi.
Yes, you are correct. The person who was there in our culture, normally in our funerals in the townships, you can characterize Sfiso Buthelezi, the doctor, as someone who was there at a critical moment, and sometimes yena Ntate Nathi Mthethwa empa ubile mo ka nako e mahlonuko jwale khaile a fihla pele o fike lapha eParis kwaba uye obukana nalesigigaba esinkulu kangaka waseka udade wabo Philisile Buthelezi. Ngakho ke siyambona ke uzomela umndeni, kodwa ke uma ubheka futhi uthola ukuthi kukhona lapha bonyiwe uGlorious Robe. Yesterday when I spoke and this morning about the support that Nathi Mthethwa's wife enjoyed, particularly from friends, Glorious Robe, the leader of Withhold Women Empowerment, that has done well in this country, and Pilisi, like someone who worked very hard in business and with high acumen, the friends are here to support her, not only the comrades and only perhaps members of government, but close friends and relatives are here, Mzwai.
And Mzwai, as we speak about close friends and relatives, right, it is important that we also note that there's going to be a tribute by the Mthethwa family, and it includes Ubabu Elias Mthethwa, Mrs. Kulegane Mthethwa, Umsawuphila Mthethwa, no Jameson Mthethwa, and it speaks to the gravity of the family itself right now and the seniority that needs to come at a time like this ukuze bakhulume ngendodana yabo.
Kunjalo Bongiwe nawe Sophie, uzokhumbula ke ukuthi le ndawo ke la akhulele khona ubaba Mthethwa yaziwa ukuthi indawo yakwaMthethwa ngoba iphethwe inkosi yakwaMthethwa. So kunomthethwa abaningi la, so it makes sense that you'd have a number of the Mthethwas paying tribute, obviously others from the direct family, but also the Mthethwas from the point of view of traditional leadership, because this area is under the Mthethwa family.
And there's an interesting story that we just heard from the Deputy Minister of Sports, Arts and Culture, Siyabonga Sangweni, and how this sports complex came about. And you think about that injury, Siyabonga Sangweni, and to have to bring that to this community, because Siyabonga Sangweni would have also been the pride of this particular community, same as the late ambassador.
Indeed, it talks to what you call plowing back, it talks to what you call community development, talks to what you call the icons or the role models from within the community, because Siyabonga Sangweni is one person that they are able to relate to, but it's someone who went on to play for one of the biggest soccer club in the country and becoming an icon, inspiring so many. But in the prime of his career, he then gets injured, but you are still able to then say, yes, he was someone who was a role model, who is a role model, who is inspiring, so let's do something named after him, because those who are coming after him will be able to be inspired.
Mzwai, we see in the program the people who will be directing the ceremony. It's Sihle Zigalala, the former premier, the former youth league leader, but now the NEC member, but also Dr. Hlomo, who is also a person who grew up in the struggle and also was involved in underground operations. And when you look at these two people also having a unique relationship with Nathi Mthethwa, the ambassador.
Oh yes, you can see the political ties, and that spans beyond politics but also to friendships, because when I looked at that list, it's not only his political comrades, Sophie, some of them have gone beyond to be his brothers because of the closeness that they've built over the years, obviously united by the struggle. So when you look at someone like Dr. Dlomo, who obviously is senior to Mr. Mthethwa, and then you look at someone like Sihle Zikalala, who is younger to Nathi Mthethwa, you look at that blend of experience and politics and how they've grown together, and they all come from this province. But it then tells you that somehow the ANC did have the different, or does have the different layers of leadership. So the question that we have been grappling with in the past is these layers of leadership, who we have seen, so will they be able to take the baton, particularly in these difficult circumstances they find themselves in?
And especially because that's exactly what Dr. Malusi Kikaba said, that he leaves the ANC at such a difficult time. And this is an ANC, Sophia Mzwai, that's going to local government elections. And you do have the president of the ANC who's also said that the branch members must be visible to the people of South Africa. But of course, they kind of on the back foot, because in the last elections, they didn't win an outright majority.
Absolutely. And I think having covered and having followed South Africa's politics, particularly the politics of the governing party, that kind of talk really needs to be matched by the action, because they have been reminding us that the power is in the branches. So that if the ANC branch is strong, so then the ANC will be able to be strong. But clearly, I'm not sure what they're able to action that other than perhaps just talking about it.
Simpiwe Makanya, you are there with another guest. Can you speak to the guest? Let's get more about the late Ambassador Nathi Mthethwa, the former minister in South Africa and an activist.